starting point in the transfer market with Camille Vicky, please. What's the latest with Camille?
He's been granted permission to speak to West Brom. Camille's expressed an interest to speak to West Brom, and that's where we are.
Would you expect that deal to get?
I don't know. I mean, he's gone to speak to them, so we'll see how it materialises during the day.
It's one that came from left field. When did you first hear of this?
I mean, there's been interest in a lot of our players, hasn't there? You know, and nothing has ever been firm. Like I've always said to you, there's been a lot of interest, and I think that shows of how well individuals have performed this season for us, really, and probably leading from the season before. But like every football club, you know, it's they have people who they would like to take, and you know, Camille was one.
Is this a good deal for the club given Camille's contractual situation?
Well, I think it is what it is. I think it's public knowledge really that he's in his last year of his contract. The club has spoken to his representatives in terms of renewing him and negotiating a new deal. But you know, look, we are where we are, and I think it's you know, we'll see how it goes today. Would you
have liked to keep it?
Of course, he's one of our better players, and we like to keep all our better players. But it's a bigger picture here, you know, and that's where we are.
Is the bigger picture the financial?
The bigger picture is the club's accepted the fee, which they believe is a good fee for him, and Camille wants to speak to them. So it's that's where we are.
For a club that you want to be chasing the top six, is it sort of almost feels like a mixed message when you sell the best players?
You can say that, but for us, we'll continue to try and work for that. You know, just because we lose a player doesn't mean we stop doing because it's not about one player, it's about the team, and it always has been with us. So, you know, our aim is still to try and push towards that top six. People probably. Well, I know for a fact every single person has wrote us off now. I think we had people half believing for a bit. From day one, no one fancied us to do anything. As the season went on and we lose a couple of games and everyone's going, "Oh, I told you so, look at Hull City, they ain't going nowhere." That makes it even more of a burning desire for me in this group. Yes, we've lost a few games, of course we have, and by the odd goal, and disappointing goals to concede. But you know, that's my job, that's Cliff's job, the coaching staff's job, it's the players' job to get us back on track.
With Josh Bowler also facing a lengthy spell out, would you expect to bring a replacement for Camille out wide?
I mean, we brought Martin Samuelson in, we brought Malik Wilkes in. You know, we never know what's going to happen, whether something comes in, and like I say, everyone's got a price, and that's every football club, not just Hull City, by the way. Will we look to strengthen if Camille does go? Yes, we will. Does that mean we'll definitely bring one in? I can't answer that because we're close to the window and it's not easy. But I'm really pleased with the group I've got. Martin's not too long. Josh is obviously a blow. But I'm pleased with the group.
Do you know how long Martin is? Yeah.
It'll be a couple of weeks, I think. He'll probably looking touch and go maybe for the Reading game.
Recruitment teams always have these contingencies in place, don't they? Have you got targets in mind that you want to go after?
Of course, yeah. Lee and the team work very, very hard for anything that happens like this. But as you know, it's the last today and tomorrow is the last 2 days of the window, and it's never easy to try and, you know, clubs can ask for a bit more or a bit more money and things like that. But we'll try. We'll definitely work to try and strengthen and try and bring one in. But definitely got targets.
Does it have to be the right player? Because it's not just about bringing anyone in for the sake of it.
No, they got to fit into the group. It's as simple as that. It's not about bringing somebody in just for the sake of bringing somebody in. We won't do that. They have to fit the mechanics, the way we work. And they have to fit in. It's as simple as that.
Jordan Jones has been touted as one potential target. Is there someone you're interested in?
You can talk to me about 6-7 names who you've seen the papers throw out or Twitter or social media. I'm not answering that. They're not my players. We have got targets.
Okay. Jared Bowen. Any bids in for Jared?
We are where we are. Same same as the other day when I spoke to you after the game. It is what it is at the minute. Nothing's moved on that, and Jared's still here, which is good.
So just to confirm, there hasn't been a bid for him?
No, nothing's come my way. So and Jared trained this morning, so all good.
Are you confident he will stay now, because a deal of that nature would have to be in? Again,
look, it's very clear. The lad has done unbelievably well for 3 years. I've said it from day one, and I'll back it up now. He's the best in the league in his position. There's no two ways about it. So big teams are interested in Jared. It's no surprise. Everyone has a price. You know, that's the way it is, and Jared's no different. So is Jared frustrated, annoyed, or anything like that nothing's happened? Not one bit. You know, I've said it to you, and you probably don't believe me, but I'll tell you again, he loves it here. He loves it at Hull City, and he enjoys playing his football here. If something happens, we would never stand in his way, because to play at the top is what you want to do. Any young player wants to do that. Do we want to lose him? No, but we know it could happen.
There was a suggestion yesterday in the Dutch media that LA Galaxy were keen on Jordi de Wijs. Has there been anything in that?
I mean, again, that's the first I heard of it when I seen it as well. You know what I mean? So it's a speculation's been surrounding a few of the players. You know, you talk about Camille. Camille's obviously the West Brom things happened today. Jared, Jordi, Leo. You know, there's been a lot of speculation about the boys, but that's the January transfer window.
Okay. Marcus Henriksen, has there been any movement on that?
There's 2 or 3 clubs really interested in Marcus, and I've got another meeting today with Iab and Lee to see where we are on that. It's I think there's 1 or 2 clubs that'd like to take him, so it's whether it gets done in time. We'll see.
It's going to be late, isn't it? If he does?
Yeah, it will be. It will be a late one. So. How long's a piece of string? I'm not sure whether he'll move or not. We'd like him to, because I think it's best for the boy's career, really, especially with the Euros coming up and Norway having a chance with that.
Do you think it would also help your own case in terms of strengthening, getting a big earner off the books, and a bit more suspended?
And not particularly, because that's never been about that with Iab and Assam, really. It's more what do you need and where can we help you. It's never about get rid of him and you can have him. It's never been like that. So from the minute I've walked into the football club, they've been great with that. And I'm sure they'll continue to do that for a long time to come.
You've been told there's resources available.
Yeah. Of course. We knew we were thinking about maybe trying to get a replacement in for Josh Bowler. This is before we even heard about the Camille thing. So just shows you how well they want to help us here. Like I say, we're fine with what we got. The Bowler injury hasn't helped us. That hasn't helped us a bit. But we're in the market. Well, look, will something happen? Hopefully. If it doesn't, I'm disappointed. No, because I've got a decent squad. It gives opportunities to others. I've got Norbert Ballack coming back. Keno hasn't been involved, so I'm pleased.
Have you got bids in for players?
Yes, we've spoken to a few representatives of the players and clubs, so we'll just wait to hear back.
Is one of them Marcus Maddison?
Again, speculation. Marcus not our player. Just like Jordan Jones is not our player, or whoever else has been linked to us. I think I've seen about 6 or 7 names. God knows where they come from, really, but I don't want to speak about anybody else's players.
Will you be glad when the transfer window's shut?
Yeah, I mean it's never an easy time, really, because you just don't know what's going to happen from one minute to the next. So it's not an easy time, but I think we've tried to stay focused on the games. Just the results haven't been great, but that's our only prime goal now is to get back on the horse, and we're a week in football away from 3 good results. You know what I mean? That's what it is. We've got so many games coming up in a short space of time. February is a really historic month for teams falling off or having a push. We want to be We want to be one of the ones having a push, and with the 6 or 7 games we've got in this month, we've got a real belief.
Back at the start this week, you said you'd had a very good month. Is that still the case if Camille goes and you don't replace him?
I think we've recruited well. I really do. I mean, look, Malik is a wee bit behind in terms of his fitness. The only way he's going to get up to speed is by keep getting him more minutes. And he's starting to show a wee bit more signs, and he'll be excellent for us. I think Herbie's had a tremendous start. He was first class against Derby. He was excellent against Chelsea. It's definitely in the second half, him and De Silva. And then he got better again in certain aspects of the game, defensively as well, in the last game against Huddersfield. So he's had a really good start and a real impact on the group. Martin's just been unfortunate. He's picked a little calf strain, little muscle up, but that's more of the fact that Martin played a full season in Norway, had a little bit of a break, had a couple of weeks at West Ham, and then he's come into the intensity that we train at. So it's that may have been expected a little bit, but we'll try and get him back.
How's your squad looking for Saturday? Anyone back?
No, we are where we are from Tuesday's game. I'm hoping, people like Elder, Yordi can push maybe for Reading. Callum's been on the grass, looks fine, but too soon for the weekend. John Terrell's maybe a week to 10 days away from joining back in with the first team, which will be a big plus for us as well. So that's where we are, yeah.
How testing is this little period, not just the results, but how stretched your squad is as well?
It's never easy. I mean, it's never easy losing 3 defenders. I think that's kicked us in the teeth a little bit. You're losing Yordi, Callum, Penno, all at the same sort of time hasn't helped, but it's not an excuse. That's not the reason why we lost the games that we've lost. It's but it doesn't help, and the quicker we can get them back, the better.
How's Stephen Kingsley? Because you've obviously had him on the bench the last couple. I was just wondering, how is he in your thoughts?
He's looking good, Stephen, and again, I didn't want to take a risk on him and expose him to that Chelsea game so early. As it happened, I felt Eric did well in the game, and so did Robbie, and so I didn't see any reason why to change the back four. And like I've spoken to you all along, I love to have a stable back four. And it's never. I remember early in the season when I said to you, we haven't kept the same back four for 2 games in a row or 3 games in a row, and that was a problem maybe at the start. No coincidence that we've chopped and changed the back four the last 3 games, and we haven't got a result. So it's so important to have a stability back there. But Stephen is looking good. He's looking better.
Mentally, do you think he's at his best now? Because it was obviously a tough one away to QPR, wasn't it? It was a big,
yeah, he was disappointed coming off because he's been up and down a little bit this year with his injuries and little niggles, and it's never nothing long. It's always little, whether it's a calf or a groin or a hamstring, it's always little things with him, but tend to keep him out for 2 or 3 weeks, and then he's chasing his tail a little bit. So what a pro though. He just gets on with it. I was really disappointed to see him coming off a QPR with tears in his eyes, because it was an opportunity for him to stake a claim in the team, and he's probably thinking, not again, but he trained really well the last few days, so he's definitely in contention.